Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness, Vampire the Requiem, a Requiem for London. Tonight, we set our scene with Alley Cat, Gangrel, the Carthian movement. She has been given a rather important task. Very important task, in fact. To infiltrate a subsect of the Crone and deal a fatal blow to a member of their leadership in order to ensure the prosperity of her blood and the blood of others. Alley Cat, have you done the deed with your sire yet? Have you already staked her and are on your way, or have you yet to do so?
I mean, I think she would still have to do that. Like, she wants to make sure that her sire is okay with this plan. Last time she wasn't, or she wasn't 100% sure.
She was reluctant, but you definitely got the impression that she was being somewhat strung along.
Okay. Well, if she is sure with it, like, Allie would not continue this plan if her sire is not feeling like, okay with this. If she is, then yeah, sure, she has staked her.
It's while your sire has many doubts, she she's not opposed to plan any more than murmurings of concern and irritated grumblings. Feeling pressured by both her sire and this mysterious elder who showed up on her doorstep. To comply with the plan. So, you can stake her if you like.
Okay.
To be fair, you don't need her permission for that.
I mean, yes. Holly will say sorry and will stake. Just this is just a regular stake, right? This is not the super special one.
No, the plan would be somewhat imperiled if
Yeah.
if she were yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. Just making sure. Yep. Okay. So yeah, Holly will say sorry to Sadie, and boom, stake goes in.
Oh, Sadie, for her part, is not looking forward to any of this, shall we say.
I mean, Ellie isn't either, in all honesty.
One could say she was a bit stiff long before you staked her. Scared stiff, you could say. But you stake her. If she has any concerns, she can certainly no longer voice them.
Well, you know, bag him, tag him, and go to the super secret location that she's supposed to go to. Let's get this over with fast.
It was the Venture Morgan that told you you could head into Walton Forest to find the Crone. From there, you could likely find their leader. It was also known that your grandsire is in active contact. I assume you get in touch with her once you've done the deed. You'll likely want her nearby.
Yes.
Just in case the plan does not go according to plan.
I mean, that's like, Yes, I want her nearby.
Okay. So, you make your way Sadie's body and with your delightful grandsire to Walton Forest. I assume you take a vehicle.
Yeah. It wouldn't be my own bike, so I'd probably rent a car.
I will assume you already have one rented.
Yeah. I would probably just borrow one from, the garage that I'm working at. Or rent one through there.
So, your grandsire will approach your vehicle. I assume you meet her before you get to Walton Forest.
Yeah, preferably.
She approaches your vehicle, probably around the garage. She looks about as out of place as she normally does.
Yeah, we'll open the passenger door.
Thank you.
So, how does this exactly go again? I take the bitch and you take care of the rest?
So long as the stake finds her heart. It should destroy her, at least according to Morgan.
Yeah, but what about the shit show afterwards?
That is where Morgan steps in.
Okay.
I can't say if your target will have anyone with her or not. You may need to contend with other complications. Personally, I don't think she would be anywhere outside these nights without a guardian of some kind.
Okay. Makes it more complicated, but sure.
I will be watching from afar.
All right.
I can't risk joining you directly, at least when you first meet with her.
No,
She
I
may
would
not
prefer
trust your gesture
not.
otherwise.
I mean, since I'm planning to basically shit on you while I'm giving it, I don't think it would be smart to have you standing next to me and be like,
No.
nodding along.
No, you'll need to look as if you've come to this conclusion on your own. But when the fighting starts, I will be there to assist you.
Okay. Any word of advice?
Amanti's greatest strength is her power to manipulate the mind. And she is as enduring as we gangrel. You will
So
need
basically,
to.
I have one shot.
You will have one chance.
Mm-hmm.
I will be there to help you if that chance is missed, but it may be simpler for me to simply get you out at that point.
If I miss my chance, the most important thing is getting Sadie out because she ultimately can't run away on her own. So I'd appreciate that more than you gunning after me.
If that is your
And
desire.
if this goes wrong, take care of my brother, please.
I didn't know you had a brother.
No, you do.
She doesn't say anything in return.
Ellie will, roll the window down, light up the cigarettes, and just smokes.
have you given any further thought to joining your sire?
I'll be honest, after what's happening currently, after what I saw in the shards, I do feel more inclined to like, I agree with a lot of what the Carthians are thinking, but not so much with how they're acting. But it's complicated. And I don't want to abandon the people that I care about within the Carthians, especially now that they will probably need a lot of help. I'm not sure yet. Is it something that you need to know now?
No.
Okay.
You may take your time with your decision.
Cool. Well, then I guess I'll be going.
I don't know Amante's exact whereabouts, but she possesses a how to say, a monument, the south end of Epping Forest.
Well, it sounds like a good place to start searching then.
She commits to her rights on a very rigid basis. You will likely find her there this evening.
Right.
Your grandsire will begin to, well, she will get out of the vehicle. So long as there is nobody around, she'll begin to shift into a bird.
Yeah, Allie will toss her cigarette out, we'll roll up the window, and heads to the south of Epping Forest.
Okay. So you will head to Epping Forest. Epping Forest is actually just outside of London proper. And it's a very large place. Would you like to roll me your wits plus your survival in order to orient yourself correctly?
Okay. Wits. Wits, where are you? There, wits and survival. There. It's not an amazing roll, but it is a roll that I can make. If Discord doesn't, yeah, thank you. And say if Discord doesn't fuck it up. It's being slow. One success.
Yeah. Okay, so you you managed to navigate around the forest well enough so that you don't get lost. But what begins to feel very unnatural to you very quickly is something you've seen before. The forest appears to have a life of its own. And appears to go about making your foray into the forest as bewildering and confusing as possible. Trying to navigate via landmarks doesn't help, and looking up at the sky only causes the tree branches and the leaves, the canopies of the trees, to cover the sky. But this also indicates that you're in the right place. You also see many animals that seem to have taken note of you. Most of them nocturnal. Owls, foxes, and the like. But before too long, you find yourself approaching a series of rather large I'd say monument, but they almost look like sculptures, like they've clearly been crafted. Depicting various spiritual entities. The site itself is composed of a large ring of standing stones. With the main monument in the center. Some of the monuments vaguely resemble something coherent. Others appear to be just places of tribute or offerings or prayer, but with no physical representation of whatever this place stands for.
Yeah. Ali will carefully kind of approach. She'll, try and be respectful of the significance of this area for the person that she's trying to find. So she'll be careful where, that she doesn't accidentally step on things that could be offerings or whatever. She doesn't really know much about pagan rituals or Crone rituals for that matter. So she's just generally careful to watch where she's going and where she's walking. And is just gonna walk around trying to find the person owning this place.
As you approach the standing stones, you catch sight of smoke appearing from the center of the site. And there is a brief gust of wind that transitions into a breeze. It seems to pull at the blades of the grass, and all of them point inwards towards the center of this very large ritual site.
Yeah. If there's actually a ritual going on or something, Ellie doesn't go ahead and disturb that, so she'll just see, she'll walk in until she sees someone, and then wait, because it's rude to interrupt someone, and after all, if you want a favor for someone, you kind of don't want to, be the one to disturb them.
At the center, sorry, I was just looking at something. At the center, as you approach further, while the blades of the grass point inwards, you sense a presence emanating outwards, slowly spreading across the circle. Flowing through the site, the essence of whatever sorcery is taking place here, flowing through the standing stones like almost like locks for a river. Connecting, freezing, and then connecting to another stone. And you see this woman who appears to be engaged in some sort of rite. guarding her are 3 mortals, and this individual, who appears to have a predatory aura, her skin is quite pale, and appears to be joining the silver-haired woman in prayer.
Yeah, Ellie will stand there and wait.
The 3 mortals recognize you first, and immediately shift as if to place themselves between you and the silver-haired woman. But otherwise, don't act. Yeah.
Ellie's just gonna light up another cigarette.
As ritual completes and the essence between the standing stones completes and reconverge upon the center. As it builds from the center of the circle, it then bursts outwards, and you feel almost a sort of ever-present gaze rest upon you as the silver-haired woman will turn to you with a very aloof gaze.
Ellie will look back. Hello.
She looks you dead in the eye and says, "How bold of you to intrude upon my lands in a time of war."
Well, I didn't know that the Carthians and the Crone were at war with each other.
You are a Carthian. I do not know you. I have not seen your face before.
Yeah, and no, I don't stand out that much. I'm Allie Cat.
The child of a vagabond.
Oh, it looks like my reputation precedes me.
You are a lost egg of a once prestigious Once a prestigious line.
I mean, I guess. I'm just, you know.
Do you have? Oh, sorry. Do you have Sadie's body just on the ground or something?
In a sack in front of her, like, or over her shoulder.
You bring tribute in payment for hospitality?
Well, it's kind of a funny story, actually. I think you heard of my grandsire, right? Also Gangrel. But then on your side of the fence, bit of a bitch. No, not a bit of, just a massive bitch.
The runaway, yes, I'm aware of her. Abandoned our ideals. Out of fear and ignorance. Not for
No,
first, and not for last.
I don't mean my sire. That's another thing altogether. She kind of, at that point drops the bag. But my grandsire, I have words. Like, okay, I'm just not gonna wait for, like. So, do you have a place where we could kind of like talk a little bit more private? Because it's kind of an awkward thing, you know?
You are on my lands, here will do.
All right. Um, so maybe you haven't heard really of me, but you heard maybe about how a certain vendor convicts got killed. Like guy, what was his name again? Not a character. I can't remember his name again. Anyway, big drugs hobo thing, and he was an asshole, and he abducted my sire, and kind of wanted to get her back. So naturally, I go and address my grandsire, who throws a hissy fit, like practically blames me. Then I get up a couple of Carthians. We go there. We wreck this place up, and my grandsire swoops in, grabs my sire, and flies away with her. No help, nothing. So we are left to fend for ourselves. I almost got killed. And as a reward, I get nothing. Jack shit. Nothing. And when finally they submerge, in a big clan meeting, they're pretending everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about, and I should just shut up and play along. Well, surprise, I don't. As she kind of, kicks the bag. So I have beef with them. And, well, I have some payback that I want to do. I want to prove to them that I'm just not the goon that you can fucking order around and then abandon when it's like convenient. So I got you a present. But and it opens the sack so that she can see like Sadie's face.
Monty looks over. Looks over Sadie. Impressive that you managed to subdue your sire. alone.
Eh, she didn't expect me to backstab her. She thought I was such a sweet childer. Oh, fuck them. And how close is this woman now?
Relatively. Sight of Sadie has drawn her in. She's walked over. She's actually just casually pulling Sadie out of the sack. With
Okay.
one arm.
Sounds like the perfect moment. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't see any I don't know, like
You're just gonna go for it? That's fine. No, go ahead.
I don't think I can get her more alone without, So and at this point she's distracted because she's like Sadie's on the floor. So if she's pulling Sadie out of the bag, she literally has to be like, bent over. So yeah, sounds like the best moment. So I think this is gonna be is this counting as a sneak attack?
This will definitely be a surprise attack. She's not expecting you to just come out of a stake and try and gank her. I mean, she's pretty confident she'd just be able to stop anything you do, so this is going to be a bit of a surprise.
Good.
And she's also surrounded by 4 capable guards, so she's not exactly afraid of a single.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
But, yeah, remember you're trying to stake somebody, so it's -3 dice. I'd recommend you
Yeah.
spend a willpower and a blood point here.
Oh yeah, I was totally planning on that. Blood point going into vigor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, willpower. And then it is a strength or dex?
Strength plus melee.
Strength plus melee. Do I even have melee? God damn it, I am not prepared. I do have melee.
Not melee, sorry.
Oh, weaponry.
Weaponry. I
Yeah,
keep getting it mixed
okay.
up.
That is only 3 dice. Should have blood strength. And then 3 for the willpower, right?
Well, so you get, yeah. So the way this works is it's like literally, it's strength, which is 2, weaponry, which is 1, -3, but then +3. So the willpower and the penalty negate each other.
Okay. Oh boy. This
Then
better go right.
Then you apply
Yeah.
the passive effects of your vigor,
Okay.
which is +2.
So I add that to my dice roll.
Mm-hmm. So that's
Okay.
5 dice total. And you really should have more weaponry at this point, given that you had a month to prepare for this.
I'm sorry. I suck.
Let's see what you get.
1 success.
Oh, no, I should also add, the stake actually adds 3 dice to staking checks. I completely forgot about that. So you actually get 3 additional dice, so roll those as well.
Oh god.
That's actually a thing I completely forgot about. But yeah, it has 2 effects. It doesn't just impact people upon staking, it also makes it easier.
2 successes.
Okay. So when she just holds up the sort of lifeless body of Sadie, you ram a stake right through her chest. The Rowan the Rowan wood stake It strikes her, and it hurts her. She gasps, and her face turns to one of absolute fury.
Oops.
But it doesn't kill her.
Shit. Problematic.
What does occur is that the tip of the stake snaps off. And begins burying into her chest. Something you realize when you pull it out of her. Probably quite confused.
Okay, can I try and grab Sadie and make a run for it?
Roll me initiative.
Yeah, I figured. I should really start writing this down. Initiative is your which
It's a single d10 plus your dexterity and composure.
Yeah, check.
Okay.
That is 12.
Okay, so you have 12.
Mm-hmm.
And she has 15.
Crap.
Okay. Okay. I also need to roll for a certain someone. I also need to roll for Sadie as well. Whoops. So I assume you're just going to unstake her at the nearest soonest opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, and all right. Okay, so Amonti's just going to simply look at you. And order you to kneel. Can you roll me your resolve plus blood potency?
Okay. One success.
Okay. Okay. So you gain a mesmerized condition as you immediately drop to your knees and take another action.
Okay. Question: while being mesmerized, can I still spend for blood?
I will allow it.
Okay, then I will spend the blood in resilience.
Okay. So you will spend a blood for resilience, and that will be your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sadie cannot act because she's currently staked. The other woman. Is going to make a move for you, but stops at Amante's gesture, simply holds up her hand. And Amante simply says, "No, they will serve." And stops. As do the ghouls. It is then that a familiar looking sparrowhawk is going to fly into the foray, but that will be their turn.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 ghouls. And Amante, as if she had always expected this hawk, simply gestures to her ghouls towards the hawk and says, "Strike it down should it approach any further." And the ghouls will take position around Sadie and yourself. So, we're going to briefly exit initiative as the one PC that can act is currently dominated, and most of the other characters are either holding their actions or cannot act. The only one that can approach is Grandsire Alley Cat, but upon making its way over and gliding in their attempt to pick up Sadie, um, Monty simply once again locks eyes with her, commands her to fall, and she does, colliding into the ground unceremoniously. You can see an external fracture in her wings. As the hollow bones burst out of the skin. And she simply grabs it, simply commands her to return to her true self and to kneel beside her treacherous descendants. Something she does.
Problematic.
She looks at you once again, Alley Cat. She's going to make another roll. Oh no, she doesn't have to. She really expends a vitae. So, as she looks at you, you feel her grip tighten around your mind as you find yourself in even less control. As your mesmerized condition turns into the dominated condition.
Right.
Tell me, child, what is your true name?
Alyssa McBriar.
Alyssa. Tell me why you're really here, Alyssa.
I'm here to murder you.
And why are you here to murder me, Alyssa?
Because you broke into my sire's mind, changed her. And we want revenge.
I see. I understand. She turns to your blood relatives. Sadie in particular. To see you reject the Enlightenment Alfred was regrettable. To see you poison your child with it. Your ignorance, even more so. But she then turns to Murph and says, "But I did not expect such malice from you. I suppose I was wrong. Blood does truly master all of us in the end." But still, I would have imagined you would have been able to see outside blind family loyalties. Or have you forgotten we are not bound by blood within the Crone? Florence, would you please give dear Alyssa your knife? The woman, seemingly called Florence, simply removes a knife from a sheath. She is dressed in a long gown. She would look quite nice, although it is unsuitable for a place such as this, the rural, untamed countryside, and so it has a few scuffs and tears and looks quite dusty and dirty around its edges. The knife she pulls looks to be ceremonial. It's ever so slightly curved. And she simply presents it to you, Alley Cat, and, well, your hands move to take it.
Oh boy. I'm in danger. Is there any way to resist this? Like, entire dominate feel?
Not while you're dominated, I'm afraid.
For fuck's sake. Okay.
Although the command will break when a certain event occurs. If you hit a breaking point, the command will break, but you have yet to reach that point.
Okay. I have a feeling that I know what's coming next. And I really don't want that.
Tell me, Alyssa, do you care for your sire?
Yes.
How much so?
Very much.
Would you die for her?
Yes.
And your grandsire?
No. I like her, but I wouldn't die for her. I respect her.
Amonte turns to her mortal servants. Tie her sire to the altar. they will do so. They take Sadie's limp body and begin holding her to the altar. And Amonte will loosen the stake in Sadie's chest ever so slightly. As she immediately bursts out, "What have you done to them? What have you done to them? Let them go! Let them go!" And Amonte simply waves her hand over her head and simply says, "Be silent." And she simply falls into silence. She gestures for Alley Cat and for Murph to approach, and Murph will do so.
I mean, I suppose Ellie does as well, even though she doesn't want to, because she knows where this is gonna go. She doesn't want to. Actually, question.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, so basically I'm dominated, and not like now, right now I'm dominated to approach. Does that mean that that is all I can do, or could I do something else as well?
Not so long as you're under her control, at least not in this situation. Any attempt to attack her, she can literally just say
No,
stop, and you would just
I
stop.
wasn't planning on attacking her.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
Stab the knife in myself, like in my leg or in my hip, kind of like, wedging it into the bone so I can't use it. Because I know where this is going. This is going towards Ellie killing Sadie, and I don't want that. So, if I can stop the knife from being used, I wouldn't let go of the knife because technically I'm still using it.
Okay. Make a strength plus weaponry roll on yourself.
Okay. That includes like the passive figure, right? Or is that only if I spend blood for it?
It does include your vigor, yes.
Okay. Is my vigor really only 2? I thought my vigor was 3. Did I really? Am I being a dum-dum? I'm being a dum-dum. It's 2. Okay. Well, 2 successes.
You deal. How much? Let me double check how much damage a knife does. Okay, no, it doesn't deal any bonus damage. You do 2 true lethal damage to yourself.
Okay.
True lethal. So it's not bashing. It's not converted into bashing.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel an intense pain that shakes the cage of your mind and almost frees you from your domination, but it is not enough.
Damn it.
Did not
So
inflict
hoping it
enough
was going to
damage
be
to
enough.
you.
Damn it!
Amonte sees this and looks vaguely irritated before holding up her hand for you to stop. Do not commit such sacrilege in this most holy of places. That knife is not meant for you. Apologize and pray for forgiveness.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I beg you.
It is not to me whom you are to wish forgiveness. She sort of gestures to the altar and looks up to the sky.
Ali will look up at the sky as well. And will repeat. God, he wants to plunge that knife in again.
You've now been commanded not to do so,
Yeah, I know.
so you can't.
Need to find another way. Should have goddamn spend the willpower on it. Oh well.
Now, do your duty as a future acolyte of the Crone and kill your traitor sire, and I reward you with mercy and an education as if you were mine own child. Do it slowly. Make her suffer for her heresies and repent for your own.
So I'm still gonna try and find loopholes. You know that.
Oh, you can take your time.
So I can't attack myself with my knife, but if I were to spend a blood point to grow claws, can I potentially strike myself with those? As I'm slowly walking up towards the altar.
It is a bit late for that now, as you've been commanded to kill your sire.
Yeah, but she also said do it slow, so,
True, but you were asked to kill her, not to harm yourself.
Hmm. Uh, God damn it. I don't think I can. I don't think I can, I don't know how to get out of this. So, yeah, no, she doesn't want this at all. But she will very, very, as slow as she could possibly go. Like, if it takes her a minute or 5 minutes to walk up to that altar, that's fine. She's just trying to come up with a way that she could possibly break this.
As you walk up to the altar, Amanti will take your hand with a knife and guide it almost and plunge it into Sadie's chest, breaking her dominate and causing her to scream in agony.
I think
She
Ali
begins
is
weeping.
legit crying. If she can. If she
That
can
is
cry, she will.
that is something you can do. Yes, it is a how do you say it? Is something instinctual. Like it's not something Dominic can necessarily stop.
Hey, you
Hmm.
said instinctual. Can I frenzy?
No.
God damn it.
If you want to voluntarily frenzy, that actually requires a specific coil of a dragon. Kindred cannot normally do
Okay.
that.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Um, Monty will simply say, "You must paint her in a manner pleasing to our goddess. Allow me to show you." And she begins slowly helping you to carve up Sadie's body. Almost as if she is tattooing her with cuts. Engraving her with scars.
God damn it, dice rolls.
Sadie screams and screams and begs and screams. She begs for herself. She begs for her sire. She begs for you and makes so many futile offers to Amanti. She'll let her back into her mind. She'll drink her blood. She'll join the Crone. She'll renounce the movement. As long she lets you go. And Amonte ignores her. Eventually, she is so horribly cut and carved up and crippled by her injuries. She can no longer even speak. The knife, having been guided to her vocal cords and slit so she can no longer utter a word. As her vitae bleeds all over the altar.
I don't know if Ali can speak, but if she can, she's just gonna say things like, "I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna kill you, fucking bitch, for letting me do this." But at least that's what
You
she's thinking. She
can
can
speak,
say
yes, you
that. Oh
can.
yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All those things the entire time. To the point where she doesn't know what to say anymore. So she's going on about like random stupid Monty Python like insults. Anything to get like this fucking bitch of a Ventrue riled up.
It is quite alright, Alyssa. Soon you will only recognize these kindred as the traitors that they are.
You're the traitor,
And you
filthy
will
dragon
take on the
bitch.
mantle. And you will take on the mantle that they have abandoned.
Shut the fuck up and act like a grown up or something. Stop being such a sadist. Sadie had fucking nothing to do with this. Let her go. I'll do anything, but just let her go.
But dear Alyssa, you will already do anything that I wish.
If I have a chance, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna skin you alive. I'll leave you to the sun. When you're almost dead, I'm gonna bury you into the earth and then do the same thing next night.
Your threats are as empty as the words of your forebears. Your blood once held a great responsibility that has since been abandoned.
The Crone has
Turning
nothing with people
inwards,
like you. I can understand why we would abandon you. You're not worthy of anything.
silence. You and your blood were destined to serve, and you failed. And your selfishness and arrogance. You betrayed the Crone. You betrayed the faith of Andraste, and most importantly, you betrayed me. And now You must earn forgiveness. As
Ali's
is
just gonna
only
give her the
right.
middle finger.
You're holding a knife.
There's another hand.
Nope, you're holding it with both hands. Because guess what you're going to do next?
I'm not gonna kill my sire. God damn it.
She will simply guide your hands to like the knife proper so that you're holding it with both hands. She'll simply, with a gesture, have you rise it up. Know that you have earned my forgiveness. And she's going to have you
Spit
plunge
in her
it down.
face. Fucking spit in her face.
Yes, you can.
I will.
She flicks off her vitae as if it weren't even worth the time. And then you plunge in your knife into your sire for the final time. As you embed
No.
the knife into her chest,
No.
she begins to sink into torpor. And you begin to close in on her heart. But as you do, you see Amanti twitch for a moment, and you see blood begin to pour from her mouth. And then her ears. And then you see her retch and collapse before the shrine as she clings to the altar, and from her chest she begins to ash and dust away. Desperately cloying before the altar, attempting to force herself, her will, her soul into you before she simply fades into dust. Amidst the pile, there is a simple wooden tip. Your dominate is broken.
Okay, feeding Sadie blood. Knife out, blood in.
Wait 1 second, dear Alyssa, for there are still
I know. I'm
4
aware.
individuals. Florence looks onwards at the dust, stunned, before she turns to you and says, "What have you done? What have you done?" And is going to attack you all. So we're going to re-enter initiative.
Keeping the same initiative for new one.
Same initiative.
Okay. Check.
So she gets to go first.
Oh boy.
Oh no, you go first. Sorry, you go first.
Haha. Actually, see. Yeah. Can I throw this knife into her heart, like, or into her head? I don't care. Can I throw this knife?
Yes, if I recall, using a thrown weapon requires athletics.
Yes, which is better than my weaponry.
You're better at throwing the unwieldy knife, or rather, the knife that was clearly not meant to be thrown, when you're actually wielding it in melee
Yep.
combat.
So would that be Dex Athletics?
That is Dex Athletics, yes.
Okay. And can I apply my vigor to that, or is that only to strength? I take it that's to strength.
Let me double check. See if Vigor's active applies to. No, it doesn't. No, the Vigor bonus applies. It applies. No, the Vigor. If you trigger the active effect of Vigor, it does apply. It does apply. It does apply to thrown weapon rolls because it applies to athletics checks.
Nice. Awesome. Then I will spend for vigor, which might cost me in the end, but that's what it is. This bitch needs to go down. And I will spend the willpower. So Dex Athletics is 5 dice, plus 2 for vigor is 7, plus 3 for the willpower is 10. Fucking hell! Really? My dice rolls are not with me today. I get literally 1 success on 10 fucking dice.
Alright. The knife embeds itself into her skin. But she's not phased.
No, I figured. God damn it.
She is going to strike you. She's gonna make a check. What's your defense again?
Defense is stamina and armor?
Mm-hmm.
Stamina
No,
is
it's not.
3.
No, it's the lower of your wits or dex. It's the lower of your wits or dexterity, plus your any celerity you have.
No celerity. Wits, dex are both at 3, so.
Okay, so she loses. As you have a defense of 3, so she loses 3 defense. Oh yeah, you should have applied her defense. It's fine now. So it's your own check, but it's fine.
Oh, can I roll again?
No, you don't.
No, I figured.
She has a defense of 3.
Okay.
So
Bet you with 7 dice I would have gotten more success than just this one. It's fine, yo.
Okay. She pulls the knife out of her shoulder blade and she will cut you open like a bloated pig.
Okay, this is gonna
And
hurt.
she gets, she does 6. No, she doesn't do 6 true lethal actually. She does 8 true lethal to you.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Still standing. Still standing. Sort of.
So, it's her turn. Murph leaps from her dominate, her hands erupting into massive talons as she tears one of the ghouls to shreds. Let's Okay, so she does. She instantaneously kills one. She bisects them, and they are instantly killed. As blood scatters over the standing stones. Both of the remaining ghouls attempt to assail her, and they make their own checks. And fail to do any significant damage to her. They attempt to cut her open with large knives. But it is of no power. They have no power over Murph whatsoever. It is your turn again, Ellie Cat. You've just taken 8 damage.
Yeah, I have 2 left. Shit.
So
I
you're
have a
taking a
huge
single
problem.
wound penalty.
I have a huge problem. I can spend for resilience, but my attacks are going to be basically pointless at that point.
You can attempt to grapple her.
That's true. Fine. Yeah, I was thinking about it as well. I will attempt to grapple her. I will spend for resilience because, yeah.
Okay, you spend for resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make me. 1 second, let me double check. Roll me strength plus brawl -3, and you take another additional -1 because of your wound penalty.
Okay. Strength and brawl. It's 5 -3 -1. That leaves me with 1 fucking single die. I'm gonna spend another willpower.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 3rd one spent. Successes.
Okay. So now what we do is we make a strength plus brawl check between you two, and whoever gets the highest successes gets to do a thing.
Boy. And that is just strength brawl without penalties or without anything?
Mm-hmm. No. You take a wound penalty because I think you've got how many health levels? How many unchecked health boxes do you have? If you've taken 8 damage,
2.
you'd have 2 left. So you take a
No,
-1 die penalty
no. I didn't take 8. Wait, I take 8 damage? No, she
You
gave
took
me
8
8, and I
damage.
already had 2 from the wound that I inflicted on myself, so I have 10. So I have 10 of. So I have 2 health levels left
Yeah.
because I have a health of 12.
Okay.
Okay. Can I spend a willpower on this as well? Nah, never mind. I already spent so much. Okay, here we go. So strength plus brawl -1. That'd be good. This is the moment I'm gonna botch, I'm sure. Again, 2
Okay,
successes.
2 successes. Now, see, she got 4, so she wins the
Fuck!
grapple.
Okay, I'm dead.
She can't actually damage you because you spent for resilience, and what basically is she can damage you by dealing damage equal to her rolled successes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, so instead, she's just going to bite you and drain you of 2
Of course.
vitae.
Damn it. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Mm.
Murph is going to tear apart another. Kills another. The remaining ghoul desperately attempts to put up a fight, but doesn't even strike her. His blow bouncing off her steel-like skin. Alley cat. For you, when you're in a grapple, what happens is that we sort of ignore initiative for you. We go basically both you and your opponent go on the highest initiative. So make another contested grapple check.
Okay. I spend another blood point for that resilience, because by God, I'm gonna need it. Running through my blood. Yeah. I think this is the 6th blood point without including the 2 that she took.
One
success.
Just the one.
Yeah.
She got 2.
God damn it.
She's gonna take another 2 blood points from you.
Oh. So I'm on 2 blood now.
Oh no. Fortunately for you, Murph brutally kills the last one. Doing so much damage that he's simply torn apart into red mist and shards of bone. She now turns to Florence. But
yeah,
you still have 1 roll left to make.
I'm gonna put a willpower in that roll. Fucking hell!
Oof.
Yeah.
Lucky 7s.
Fucking hell. I'm done. Oh, crap.
That is unfortunate. You spent a willpower for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, else I could have never gotten 7 successes.
She, as you see her drink the last of your vitae and you begin to sink into torpor, your vision fading and slowly drifting into the lucid state of torpor, this illusory whirl of half-true memories and imagined recollections. You see her turn you around and seems to put you up as a shield against Murph. And Murph is forced to stop. Florence simply puts her fangs to your throat. And you fall into the long slumber. And that's where we're going to end our scene, because Alley Cat will not be aware of what happens next. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.